The set of value that you have in this entire column, that is what I will call as the attribute domain. So before we understand this relational model concepts, let's understand what exactly relational model is all about. Relation schema. What exactly the relation schema is all about. Hello everyone, I welcome all of you to yet another interesting session on transactions. My dear students, this is going to be very interesting because we have discussed the concept called SQL in my previous session. But when it comes to the concept of SQL, whatever you have learned there, so we will also learn something, called relational algebra. So which is exactly what we have learned in SQL. We can also perform the same operation what we have done in SQL even in the relational algebra. So how exactly we can do that? What is that we can do? All those things I will be answering in this session. So if you don't know that, I think you are in the right session. So guys, without wasting much of your time, let me discuss what exactly I have in this session for all of you. Alright, so guys, I will be discussing about the relational data model, what exactly relational data model is all about and the concepts that I have here. Along with that, I will also discuss the constraints, different constraints that I have. So more importantly, so guys, relational algebra. When it comes to the relational algebra, we have some of the specific relational algebraic operations which I can perform here, which is equivalent to the operations which I can perform in SQL. So what is that, sir? I will be discussing that in detail in the next session. As of now, I'll just give you the introduction about this. But now, without wasting much of your time, so let me show you what is that I have here. So relational model concepts. So before we understand this relational model concepts, let's understand what exactly relational model is all about. So guys, a model which gives you the complete description of a relation is what I will call it as a relational model. So fine, what are the different concepts that I use in the relational model? So that is what we are trying to understand. The different concepts that we have in the relational model. The first one that I have here is tables. I will not call the table as a table when it comes to the relational model. So we always used to represent this as what? Table, right? So why are you calling it as a table? Because it's a combination of rows and columns. But when it comes to the concept of relational model, I will call this as relation. I will call this as relation. I will not call it as a table. That's what you need to remember. So fine. In this table is a collection of different rows, correct? So this is what I will call it as a row. So each row I will also call it as a one record. So when it comes to the relational model, I will not call it as a row. Instead, I will call it as a tuple. What is that? You will call it as tuple. Instead of row, you will call it as a tuple. That's what you need to remember. So fine, we understood relation, we understood tuple. A set of tuple is what I will call it as a relation instance. Say for example, one row you have, so that is what you will call it as a tuple. But if you have multiple, a set of rows, I will call it as a relation instance. That's what you need to remember here. Moving forward to the next one that I have, relation schema. What exactly the relation schema is all about? My dear students, relation schema in the sense what? What exactly schema? Schema describes the structure of the relation name, attributes and their names. So all the information which is related to the relation is given by the relation schema. You have to remember one thing which I am stressing. So you will get the information only about the relation, not what I have in the relation. That's what you need to remember. So fine, the next one that we have is relation key. What is the meaning of relation key? Suppose if I treat this as a relation, alright, so this is the table, that is what I will call it as a relation. So relation key in the sense, I will have one unique key, so which I will call it as a primary key in SQL, right? So primary key. So instead of calling that as a primary key, I will call it as a relation key, which is unique to identify the records in the relation. That is what you need to remember. I should also not pronounce it as a record. I should call it as a tuple. So that's what you need to remember here. So when I'm discussing this concept. All right. So hope you got the fair idea about the relation key. And then next one that I have is all about attribute domain. Attribute domain in the sense what? So guys, this column is what I will call it as an attribute. Say for example, column name what I have here that is what I will call it as an attribute. The set of value that you have in this entire column, that is what I will call it as an attribute domain. So what should I have? What should be the range? What is the valid data that I have? So that's what I will call it as an attribute domain. Say for example, I have age. Okay. So what should be the data that I should enter for this age attribute? So that's how attribute domain. Say for example, here I'm entering the age in all the records, all the tuples. So this entire column is what I will call it as an attribute domain. So moving forward to the next thing that I have. So fine, hope you understood the different concepts that we have with respect to the relational data concepts, data model concepts. The next one that we have, it's all about the constraints. When it comes to the SQL, we have discussed 6 different types of constraints. All right. So here we have 3 different constraints. It's similar what we have discussed there. Again, it's the same thing we have. So quickly, just I'll explain it to you all. The first 3 constraints, the first one is all about the key constraint. Second one is domain constraint. Third one is referential integrity constraint. This is the 3 different types of constraint that we have. So fine, what exactly key constraint is all about? Key in the sense, it's all about the primary key constraint. That's what you need to remember. All right. So primary key constraint in the sense what? Guys, whenever I made a particular attribute as a primary key, so it should follow 2 rules. It should not be null and it should be unique. So that is what I will call it as a primary key constraint. So why do I use this key? Because I should be able to uniquely access one particular row. So which should follow again the rules that not null. So that is the first thing that it should follow, and then the data should be unique. That is the constraint it should follow. The second one that I have here is domain constraint. Domain constraint in the sense what? Domain in the sense we have already discussed. So suppose if I have age, all right. So this is the age attribute. So for this, the set of value that I have in this entire column, that is what I will call it as a domain. Say for example, I will have 4 number. The set of value that I have in this column, that is one domain. This is one domain. This is one domain. So fine, when it comes to the age, I will set one constraint. What is that constraint? Say for example, I'm discussing about the domain constraint of age. What is my domain? My domain is age. When it comes to the age, the number what I enter, it should be like 0 and 9 combination. So that is a constraint that I'm entering. Or you can also set one more constraint. It should be more than 18 and less than let's say 25 or something like that. So this is my domain constraint. So apart from this number, I will not take any other number. If I take any other number, it should say that it is invalid. So that is what I will call it as a domain constraint. Let me explain the concept of referential integrity now. So I have erased everything. So observe what happens with the referential integrity, guys. I have 2 tables. I will call this as relation number 1 and relation number 2. So imagine the relation name that I will consider it as a student. Okay, student is a relation. Here marks is a relation. Okay, so fine. What is the name of the relation? Marks. Here student. So fine. I have student ID. What is that I have? Student ID. Student ID is the primary key in this table. All right. So fine. Here I will write it as MID. Okay. What is this mid, sir? So no, it's not mid. It's a marks ID. So marks ID is the primary key of this relationship. All right. So fine. So I have 2 relation. Okay. It's not relationship. It is relation. That is what I will call it as a table. So fine. Now I will have name. Okay. And age. Here I will have SID and then marks. Okay, so fine. Now I have student number 1, name is ABC and age is 18. So how many students I have? I have 1 student in my college. Imagine like that. Now I need to enter the marks. So fine. Marks ID you will just enter 1 and then SID I will enter 2. And then marks I will try to enter 50. So this row will not get updated. Why? Because I don't have any student called 2. So how will I get to know here that I don't have any 2? Because of this referential integrity. I have something when I'm creating the tables, I have made this SID as a foreign key in this table, which is a primary key of this table. So the data what you have here, it should match here. If it is not matching, then the row will not get updated here. So that is what I will call it as a referential integrity constraint. That is what you need to remember. So fine, this is what we have with respect to the three different constraints that we have with respect to the relational data model constraints. So fine, guys, so this is what I had to discuss here, which I've already discussed there. All right, so with this, I've come to an end of this session. So wait for me. I will be discussing a very important topic in the next session. That's going to be the relational algebraic operations. Okay, so we have something called union, we have selection, projection, a lot of operations we have, which exactly works like a SQL command. All right, so happy learning till then. So wait for my next session. Take care. Bye bye.